Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. All right, if you're now joining us, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Uh, just waiting for everybody that's going to be logged on to get onto the webinar, and then we're going to get started. Again, my name is Dean Ha, and I'm with the Renegade Media Company. So I'm really excited about sharing this great training. So if you're just now joining us, make sure that you log into the chat box, introduce yourself, say hello, so that way I know that everyone is here and ready to get rocking and rolling. So we're just going to give everybody just a few more minutes to log in and make sure everything is going well. Hey, John, it's nice to see you. If you can hear me, go ahead and type in that you can hear me and see me in the chat box, please. Hey, Gary, it's nice to see everyone. All right, so we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. So let me know that you can see me and hear my screen, or see my screen and hear my voice. We're just going to give about another minute or so, and then we're going to get started, okay? Have you pushed the play button on your screen yet? You should see like a video with a play button, and it should say Facebook ads A to Z. It should say type hi in the chat box. So just going to make sure everybody is able to watch the webinar. That's going to watch the webinar. We're going to get started here in just a minute here. All right, so if you can't see the screen, go ahead and refresh your browser. And yes, there will be a recording with a playback. So make sure you're hitting the play button on the video. So we're going to get started in here in just a few minutes, okay? So everybody can hear me and see me now? Okay, great. Hey, Deb, make sure that you refresh your browser. You just might be got a slow internet connection, but looks like everybody else is good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll kick this thing off, all right? All right, as I mentioned to you, this webinar is going to be about Facebook ads, and I'm going to cover basically everything you need to know from A to Z. And so what I'm going to show you is a step-by-step on how to build out your first campaign and have it up and running by the end of this webinar. And it's a lot easier than you think. I'm even going to show you how to find your ideal customers, clients, or patients. And I'm going to show you some of the tools and systems that I use, which makes my offers irresistible. So if you stay to the end of this webinar, I'm going to give you a copy of my Renegade Kit, which contains strategies that has generated millions of dollars in revenue for my clients over the past 4 years. And if you're interested, I'm going to offer you a one-on-one strategy session with me. I'm going to help you get your first campaign up and running and launched. All we need to do is schedule a call, and we'll get it taken care of for you and walk you through the entire process. So you're probably wondering why you should listen to me. And the reason why is because I am a local marketing expert who helps local business owners get more qualified buyers by developing a marketing system designed specifically for your ideal target market. And I also own a local marketing agency called Renegade Media Company. And we're located right outside of Seattle, Washington. And I have about about 10 employees or so. I have a couple of folks that specialize in SEO, a few that specialize in PPC, creating content, writing blogs, social media, and of course I have a project manager. And over the last 4 years, we've worked with a lot of business owners all across the country. And basically what makes me different from a lot of people that you might have talked to or seen online is that I have proven results across several different industries all across the country. So I'm just going to share a couple of results with you. And basically what these screenshots are campaigns of clients that I've taken over their local marketing and enhanced their online visibility. And as you see, typically what happens after we've done that is we're able to significantly increase the amount of phone calls that they get each and every month. So this particular example is a company who sold hyperbaric chambers. I don't know if you've ever heard of what a hyperbaric chamber is, but it's basically for people who have cancer or traumatic brain injuries. And this company wanted to sell hyperbaric chambers all across the country. So they contacted me. I helped them build out a brand new website, started doing some online advertising, and literally within 30 days of getting them up and going, we started generating them thousands of visitors a month and literally hundreds of phone calls every single month. And this screenshot was about halfway through the month, and they generated almost 200 phone calls for this particular campaign. And they were doing almost $1 million a year with this campaign. So here's an example of a local chiropractor that we've worked with. And again, they called us up and said, hey, we wanted some more patients. We helped them completely redesign their website. They didn't really have a web presence before working with us. So within a very short period of time, as you can see, we took them from literally zero traffic to thousands of visitors per month, which then resulted in literally hundreds of phone calls per month. And this particular chiropractor had 4 different offices and generated the same kind of call volume for each one of their locations. Now, I don't know if any of you have a brick and mortar business or not, but just imagine that your business went from getting virtually no phone calls per month to hundreds of phone calls per month. And this was all by establishing their online presence and advertising on platforms like Facebook and Google as well. This particular example is just a local dentist. And again, we took them from literally zero traffic to thousands of visitors per month and literally hundreds of phone calls per month. And we work outside of just like healthcare. This particular example, a local auto dealer, and we basically tripled their website traffic in less than 60 days, and just by maximizing their visibility online. So if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and start getting started with a campaign. So let me just go back to this here and make sure that everybody is tracking us so far. Anybody have any questions before we get started? Okay, so if nobody's got any questions, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into Facebook. So we're going to go ahead and log into Facebook real quick. And if you didn't know, you need to have a Facebook business page to do any type of advertising. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my business page. Let me pull up, we'll just use Renegade Chiropractic for example, because I do a lot of business with chiropractors, so I'm just going to use this as an example. So you need to have a business page, and I think most of you on this webinar already has a business page that you have set up. And so before you can do any advertising, you got to have this local business page set up, and you don't have to have any content on it or anything like that, but you just got to have it set up. So if you don't know how to set up a business page, we can cover that in a later training, but at least we know that you have to have your local business page first. So the next thing that you need to do is that you need to create an advertising account. So if you go into your home page and you go down to where it says payments or send money, or it says should say favorites. Now for me, I have my ads manager right here. Well, we can go into right down here at the bottom, and then we can go into Facebook ads right here. So this is where you set up your Facebook ads account. So you just click on that, and you can start entering in your information. You can start looking at actually it's right here. It's the payments where you put in your payment information, and you'll start to be able to run ads. So for me, I've already got my set up in the ads manager. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the ads manager. Now your ads manager might look a little bit different. So let me pull up the ads manager first, so you can see kind of what it should look like for you. So this is kind of what the new ad manager kind of looks like. Now, if you're going to be doing lots of accounts for customers or anything like that, you're going to want to have a business manager account. But for most of you, the basic ad manager account will do everything that you need to do. Okay, so let's see. Let's make sure that everybody is tracking so far. Is everyone tracking so far? Excellent. So John's tracking. So as long as John's tracking, we're going to go ahead and move forward. So now that we're in our ads manager, we have a couple different options that we can choose from. So we can boost a post, which if you create a post on your Facebook page, and I'm going to walk you through what that looks like. So let me go ahead and open up another window here. Go down to Renegade Chiropractic again. So let's say that I want to post free adjustments for the week of August 1st through August 5th. Click here to schedule. So if you want to boost a post. So let's say that I want to boost this post right here. I can go and boost it by clicking on that button right here. And then Facebook is going to ask me what I want to name my campaign. So let's just name this one Renegade Post Boost. We'll hit continue. So what Facebook is doing is they're deciding on which audience I want to advertise to. So I can create use a saved audience, or I can create a new audience. So let's just say that, for example, I am a local business and I'm a chiropractor, and I want to boost to people who live in or around me. So let me go ahead and pull up a local chiropractor, for example. We'll just say chiropractor in Seattle. And all we're doing right now, we're just going to get their address. So let's just use this address right here. So we're going to go and we're going to plug in our location right here, and we're going to click in onto Facebook to make sure that we're locked into this address. And then we are going ahead to choose our target audience. So let's just say that we work with mostly women over the age of 25. And let's take these out because it's not relevant to our ad. And so far, Facebook is telling us that we have 500,000 people who reach our demographics within 10 miles of our location. So 10 miles is a little far, especially in Seattle. So let's pick 3 miles of our location. Okay, so now we have 210,000 women who live within 3 miles of our location. And let's just say that we can target people who have recently purchased pain pills. So let's look at behaviors. And let's go down here. So purchase behavior. So we're going to pick out health and beauty. Let's pick out health and wellness. So right now we have narrowed our audience down to 25,000 people, which is a really good audience. And we can start further down. And right now we're only going to advertise to people who are on mobile devices. And the cool thing with Facebook is that you can start off your budget for $5 a day. And let's see what this is going to run us for a cost. So the cost of this is only going to be about $2 a click. So which is pretty decent. And we're just going to name our audience chiropractic women 25 and over. We're going to hit continue. So now we got our post created. All we need to do is click place order, and our ad is going to go live. So is everybody tracking so far? So Deb, we're going to cover the pixels here in just a minute, and I'll explain the reason why. Okay, we're going to go on here in just a minute. Okay, so the next step. So now we're going to go into, let me go back to the Ads Manager. So to promote your page, it works basically the same way as promote your post. It's basically you're driving people to your page, your business page. You could also run reach people near your business, and you could also increase brand awareness. So what we're going to do next is send people to a website. And we're going to take this and call it Renegade Demo. So this time we're going to run this to men 30 to 65 in the United States and who have interest in marketing. And they also like Frank Kern. So we're going to take this out. Manually bid here. So we're good on the manual bid. And men over 30 who like marketing and Frank Kern. Okay. So the way we're going to create this ad here is that we're going to go in here and we're going to pull up one of our images that we've used in, for this ad right here. So we're going to go ahead and click the button that says Add Images. And we're going to put in our URL. So for this example, we're going to use renegademarketingsecrets.com. We use free training. And we're going to create our text. Attention coaches, consultants, and local business owners. Are you currently struggling to get leads that turn into customers? Facebook advertising. Join me live so I can show you step by step how to create your very first campaign. So if we need to have free training, A to Z. Clients today. So Ed was asking on how to get our tracking pixel. So I'm gonna walk you through on how to do that right now. So the way we do that, so we're gonna go up to here and we're gonna create our pixels. First thing you want to do is you want to create your audience. Facebook at, oops. I'm going to call this Facebook ads A to Z. I'm going to create our audience. So once we created our audience, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click on our audience that we just generated or created, and we're going to say View Pixel. So the way you do this, you take your pixel, you copy it, and you add it into your web page. So we're first going to open up the web page that you all registered in. Then I'm going to go to my page settings. I'm going to put it in every page there is. Okay, so every page has got, and then I'm going to go back and we're going to create a conversion. So we're going to create a custom conversion. .net/thank you. We'll call this a complete registration. I'm going to hit next. Webinar. Z. And once we created our custom conversion, we can go in here and get our pixel. So what we're doing now, we're just getting our pixel. We want to copy this little code right here. Okay. Then we're going to go back to our thank you page. And then we're going to go and take this little snippet of code. Take this one right here. Copy. Thank you. Do this one right here. So just copy and paste it again. I'm going to put it here. There it is. Go down, copy this right there, and go back to our pixel. We're going to take out this part right here, replace it with that. All right, so the way we know if it's working correctly or not is that if you have Chrome, you can download the Facebook Pixel Helper, and it's going to tell you if your pixels are working right. Okay, so right now I've entered mine in correctly at this moment because I got too many of them in there, but this is how you check to see if it's working. Questions so far? All right, looks like let's get back to this thing right here. All right, where is it? All right, let's pull up. Give me 1 second, folks. Gotta check out what the sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Gotta change something because I can't see my questions real quick. Okay, everybody tracking so far? Hey, Deb, that's cool. Stop the video from playing and just click the screen. All right, so we're going to continue on here. So in the webinar, I'm also going to show you how to find your perfect customer. So for that, we're going to go into my business manager, and we're going to go to where it says tools. So here's the button for audience insights. This is how you find your perfect customer. Hey, Deb, no, the webinar's not over. So if you refresh your screen, everything should be just fine. All right, good to go. All right, audience insights. So we had to switch back and forth so that way I can chat with you. I didn't have my second computer with me today, so had to kind of switch back and forth between my comments and my presentation, so that way we're all tracking. So, what to say? Well, all right, so you're looking for business coaches, life coaches, online business owners. All right, cool. All right, so let's look for that. Deb, who could be a really big name in the industry that you're searching, like a person, like for example, Tony Robbins could be considered as a life coach. Is there anyone specific that you follow that you kind of your message kind of resonates with? Because obviously you're not as big as Tony Robbins, but if you if you have somebody else that you have in mind that you follow quite closely, who would that be? And while you're in it, what kind of websites or forums would your prospects be interested in? Perfect. Frank Kern. Okay. Let's see if we could find. So we're going to look at Frank Kern as interest. And online businesses. People, this is kind of how you kind of narrow down your marketing. So this is how what people like. So relevance. People like Frank Kern, Russell Simpson, Vince Reed. Let's see here. What's the other person's name? Let's see if we can find them on the insides here. All right, so let's just use Frank Kern for right now. So people who like Frank Kern, most of them are men between 25 to 34 or women between 35 to 44. So that's how you can kind of base your demographics. Most of them are single parents. What else we got here? Looks like 40% are married. Most looks like 65% of these folks have at least a college degree. The type of job title that these folks would be in production. Let's see all the job types. Management, sales, personal care. So this is how you kind of really narrow down your targeting. So let's kind of go ahead and build out an ad. In this example, I'm going to use the Power Editor. While we're getting that to load up. Everyone still with me? So how you like that? How do you find that section? All right, let me go back. It was pretty quick. All right, so to find the Facebook Insights, you go to where it says facebook.com/ads. It's going to pull up your ads manager. And then once you're here, you're going to click on the button on the top left-hand side. And then you're going to see where it says All Tools. And then you click the button that says Audience Insights. Sure, everybody's still with me here. So now we're going to go and build out an ad. So for Deb, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Power Editor. We're going to create a campaign. And we're going to target specifically business coaches. So it's going to look like for business coaches, desktop. So we're going to talk to women, 35. All right. So right now we have our ad. We're choosing our demographics. So we're going to choose anyone in the United States that are the age of 30 to 55, and we're going to harness only women who make up that group. And these women have an interest in Amy Porterfield, so they know about social media marketing. They kind of associate themselves with business coaching, and they label themselves as a business owner. And we're going to run an ad to them. So that's how we kind of find our perfect customer. And now it's time to build the ad. First of all, we need to build out our page. I'm going to select an image. I'm going to use our business coaches. Are you frustrated? Five things. All right. Let me know if you're still tracking. Cool. All right, Deb. So so basically, that's the Facebook ads in a nutshell. Now, I gotta get going to a next meeting. If you're interested and like to get some one-on-one help scheduling with a free strategy session, go to renegademarketingsecrets.com/apply and book a one-on-one strategy call with me. Hey, Deb, I'm running out of time, unfortunately, um, but I hope that everybody got some great information from this webinar. If you're interested in booking a strategy session with me, go to http renegademarketingsecrets.com/apply and find a date and time that works best for you. And I'll call you on the date and time that you're requested. That way, if you have questions about not only this webinar, but anything in general, I'll be happy to answer for you. So I hope that I answered everybody's questions. I hope that you got some great information. Sorry for the little bit of technical issues that we had. You know, technology is great sometimes, but sometimes it's a pain in the ass. But I hope that I hear from everybody that was here today, and I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you. Okay. Thanks again for allow me to take a few minutes out of your day, and I'll chat with y'all later. Bye-bye for now.